Have you ever wondered what happens when two superpowers prepare for war at the same time? One waiting for the right moment to attack, the other terrified of being destroyed first. June 22nd, 1941. The world woke up to one of the largest invasions in history, Operation Barbarossa. 3 million German soldiers crossed into the Soviet Union. It was the moment when Hitler turned east, breaking his pact with Stalin. Most people think it was just another invasion for conquest. But what if it wasn't? What if Germany believed the Soviet Union was already preparing to attack them, and they had to strike first, or be wiped out? This is the story of fear, secrets, and survival. The story behind Operation Barbarossa. After World War I, Germany was broken. The Treaty of Versailles had crushed its economy and army. Meanwhile, to the east, a new giant was rising, the Soviet Union, ruled by Joseph Stalin. During the 1920s and 30s, both nations rebuilt themselves in very different ways. Hitler's Germany dreamed of power and revenge. Stalin's Soviet Union dreamed of spreading communism across Europe. In public, both countries said they wanted peace. But in secret, both were preparing for war. Soviet propaganda often talked about the final battle against capitalism. German generals saw the Red Army growing larger every year. By 1939, the Soviet Union had one of the biggest armies in the world, millions of men, thousands of tanks and planes. Hitler watched all this with growing fear. He believed that one day Stalin would move west to conquer Europe. But Germany wasn't ready yet. That's why in August 1939, Hitler did something shocking. He signed a friendship deal with Stalin, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. The pact said that Germany and the Soviet Union would not attack each other. But behind the paper was a secret protocol, a secret map dividing Eastern Europe between them. Germany would take the western half of Poland. The Soviet Union would take the east, plus Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Finland would also fall into the Soviet influence zone. So in September 1939, both countries invaded Poland from opposite sides. The Polish army had no chance. In just a few weeks, Poland disappeared from the map. To the world, Hitler and Stalin looked like friends. They even held parades together. But in truth, both were only pretending. Each was waiting for the perfect time to stab the other in the back. Hitler wanted Lebensraum, living space for Germans in the east. Stalin wanted to expand communism and push his borders west. Two powerful empires, one small piece of land between them. It couldn't last forever. After taking his half of Poland, Stalin didn't stop. In 1940, the Soviet Union invaded Finland in the Winter War. It was a disaster at first. The Finnish army fought bravely in the snow, but eventually, Stalin's massive forces won. At the same time, the Soviet Union forced Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania to join the USSR. It looked to Germany like Stalin was expanding fast, right up to the new border with German-occupied Poland. German soldiers near the border started seeing Soviet troop movements. New rail lines, airfields, and supply bases appeared overnight. By mid-1941, the Red Army had more than 170 divisions close to the border. Was it just defense, or was Stalin preparing to attack Germany first? Some Soviet documents later suggested that Stalin had an operation plan called Groza, meaning thunderstorm. According to the theory, the Red Army was supposed to strike west in the summer of 1941, possibly in July. If that was true, then Hitler's invasion in June 1941 came just a few weeks earlier, a preemptive move to beat Stalin to the punch.